What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. We are going into part 4 of my Green Ranger build. This is a lot of fun. It's exciting. I'm actually, first time I've been able to push my printers to their literally build volume limit. This DragonShield that I had to print, it was pretty big, especially trying to fit a guy of my stature. I needed to upsize it and I need to scale it. I needed to make it look good on me, and I got extremely close, and I'll explain some discrepancies a little later in the video. But before we get started, just like I start all my videos, I asked you guys to share some awesome stories of you guys meeting JDF. I never got to meet him. I was supposed to go to PowerMorphicon last year, and I did not make it. I canceled my trip, and that was a mistake because now I will never meet Jason David Frank, the original Green Ranger, White Ranger, Red Ranger, Black Ranger. It kind of sucks, but I'm living vicariously through you guys and your stories, and I love hearing them. And every time I ask you guys to share stories, it's a little bit of the same thing. He was a down-to-earth guy. He cared a lot about his fans. He was that guy that everybody wanted to meet. So many great stories. So thank you guys for sharing. So in this one, I have a fellow by the name of Alex Gonzalez, and he shared his experience with me. So just check it out for a second. He was such an awesome, kind, loving, and joyful soul. It was such an honor meeting him. I paid for 2 autographs, the helmet and the photo. He ended up having a 20-minute conversation with me and my son, and then he signed both of our shirts for free because he loved how cool they looked, and then he signed 2 of his Legend of the White Dragon promo cards for us for free. So I paid for 2 autographs and walked away with 6. The man never forgets his fans. He knows that his fans got him to where he was. And that is something that we don't see a lot in celebrities. Celebrities, you know, they don't really care about his fans as much as JDF did. So thank you, Alex, for sharing that story. I really do appreciate it. And if you guys are watching this video and you had some type of interaction with Jason David Frank, share it in the comments. Share it where I post this video. Share it wherever. And if you guys allow me to, I will read them on the next video, part 4. So with that out of the way, let's jump into the meat and potatoes of this video. I started this project because I wanted to honor Jason David Frank. He's not going to see me in his armor, unfortunately, but I wanted to do something, sort of like a passion project, to kind of show tribute, because he literally changed my life through the show, and I watched all of his live streams. I followed him on Instagram. He was an inspiration to everyone, so I wanted to do something. So I started building this Green Ranger armor. It's not the original armor. It is actually a variation of the Bat in the Sun V2 Green Ranger suit, if that makes sense. So there's the original Green Ranger suit, and then there's the Bat in the Sun suit where he fought Ryu, and then there is another variation of that suit that appeared in the comic books, Matthew Cook's Green Ranger armor. And I thought this particular armor looked good. It had a lot of great accents. The spikes were pronounced. The gold looked more sleek. It had a different feel to it, but it still maintained that Green Ranger look, and I wanted to build this armor. So that's what I did. I had somebody commission the 3D model so I could print it, and now we're here. Now I'm making it. Originally I wasn't going to make it. It was probably going to be one of those projects that I put on the back burner, but considering what happened last November, I decided that, hey, I'm sitting on these files, why not print it? So if you watch my first video, I went over the helmet and the forearm pads, the gauntlets, if you want to call it that. Really easy print. I printed the helmet on my Anycubic Chiron that just came that week, and the helmet came out great. It fits perfectly. I can't wait to sand that down and start working on painting that. And then I did the forearms, which look kind of big on my forearms, but like I said, I'm a big dude, so it fit perfectly. It just needs some cushion in there and it'll fit nicely. Next, I did the leg armor, which took, I don't know, almost a day to print all this stuff. And the leg armor has some issues with it. It doesn't really close all the way, but I'm going to jerry-rig something to make that look like it is professionally done. And then I waited a long time to do this. I'm not going to lie, you guys. I was not sure if I would be able to pull off making this DragonShield. I tried the original DragonShield in the past, and my printer was just not having it. It would not print. It would not stick to the bed. It kept on failing. So I was a little apprehensive, but I finally bit the bullet, and the week before Christmas or something like that, I finally jumped on board and I threw these bad boys on the printer and they came out. So without further ado, here is my DragonShield. This thing does fit me. It fits me perfectly well. There are some issues around the neck area that I will address later on in the video, but this is actually in 2 parts. And you can see that it's being held together by tape on the seam. So this was a real easy, let's take this off a little bit and show you guys. So what I pretty much did is I laid it on a print bed like that. I did it on my Anycubic Cobra Max and it fit the print bed no problem. It took about 12 hours to print each part and they came out really clean, really smooth. They will need some sanding to be done, obviously, to kind of get some of these layer lines down, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. You can go ahead and see that putting it on me, it fits right down the middle of the chest, which is what I was expecting how it fit. Now, when I took pictures and posted it online, you guys are asking me if this is one piece. Obviously not, it is actually split, but I do have an idea on how I'm going to actually make this fit. Now, these are going to be 2 pieces, but what I was planning on doing was drilling holes along the edges here and doing a magnet, peg, magnet, peg, magnet, peg, magnet, peg, magnet, peg, ugh. And doing the same thing over here, just without the pegs. So that way, when it came to putting this on, it would just marry together like that, and the magnets would hold it together, the pegs would keep it aligned. So really simple stuff here, not rocket science. Not really sure how far I could deep, but little magnet, like the little flat pieces of the magnet shouldn't take all that much. Now, some of you might be asking, well, what about the seam where the diamond is? Well, here is the diamond right here. Really not the best print. I'm not really sure what's going on with the surface of it here, but I'm going to sand it down anyway. I was going to actually magnetize this here and go ahead and just have it stick to the middle of the chest piece. So hang on, let me put this back together. Okay, so here we go. This is the diamond part, and I was just going to stick it right there. Now, there's a lot of benefits to this part, mainly that it will hide the seam once you put it in. It's not going to hide it up here and up here, but I don't really care about that. But this will be magnetized. This will have some magnet plates in here, and once you have the diamond, once you have the shield on, you just kind of do this, kind of like a lock, so to speak. Not really a lock, but it is hiding the seam, and that's how it's going to stay on there, just like that. This might be upside down. Is it upside down? Ah, yeah, it was upside down. Just like that. Simple. Now, the seam in the back is still present, as you can see right here. So, that's how it is in the show, so I'm not really going to trip over that. So, there you go. Now, the DragonShield does come with the harnesses that go underneath along the ribcage to kind of hold it on the wearer. I do have those files, but I'm not entirely sure that I want to use those files, mainly because PLA isn't very flexible, and printing that out as those are straps, I guess, in my head won't feel as comfortable as they should. So I might just simply forgo that part of the build and just stick with what I got here. Secondly, I do not have my bicep gold bands printed yet. I'm working on those. I had to measure out my arms in the printer that I was using to print it. I actually took a spill and I just got done repairing it, so I'm going to throw those on. You will probably end up seeing those in part 4 of this video, where I actually sand down most of this stuff and go ahead and start the painting process, which is going to take a very long time. So don't ask me where part 4 of this build is. Sanding is no joke. It takes a lot. Post-processing these prints is very important, and I got to take my time with it. I can't rush. So once it's out, it is out. So just me warning you guys right now. It might not be out in the next week or so. It might not be, well, it might be a little bit further down the line because my life is busy. Not gonna go there, but that's the way it is. So far the armor is looking good. I have the helmet, I have the gauntlets, I have the legs, I have the shield now, I have the diamond, and I'm working on printing out the biceps. I am going to be doing a fitting of this entire armor. I am going to be ordering a Green Ranger spandex, probably the V2 version of it, and I'm going to be fitting this on. And I will be doing a video of me wearing this suit after I lose a couple pounds. I'm kind of chunky over the holidays. I'm not gonna lie about that one. I eat a lot. So I think that's about sums it up for this video. Not really much to really update you guys. I'm really excited about my jacket. Oh, I almost forgot. I have to show you guys how it fits on me. So I'm gonna have past version of me take it away. Go right ahead. So here's the first part of the DragonShield right here. We put it on. Oh, it fits perfectly. Look at that. Look at that. The other half's going to be right here. Connects. Boom. You got yourself a DragonShield. It fits nice. Sweet. Alright, so this is my DragonShield. It just got done. Well, didn't just get done. I just got done fitting it on and it feels and looks super dope. It's comfortable on the chest. I can freely move my hands up and down. The only downside is that it's a little tight around my neck, so I'm gonna have to shave off some material there in order for it to look a little bit more comfortable when I wear it. But so far, I can move, I can lift up my legs, I can turn my head, like I said, just shave it off it. But yeah, no, this looks really good, and I'm very happy with it so far. So stay tuned. There you have it. Fits perfectly. It's a little tight around the neck, but that's easily something that can be fixed. I just have to take out some of the material there, maybe put in like a little mesh or something to kind of make it feel comfortable on my neck. But other than that, it's actually it feels great. I like it. It takes off some of the depth perception, because to go through doors in my house, I have to turn to the side and go in through like I'm The Rock and I'm too big for my own stature. But I'm actually super stoked. Like, this was the main part of the build that I was actually super worried about, because what if my printers were not big enough? What if I didn't have enough material? What if it didn't fit properly when I took it off the build? I sized it up. I literally maxed out my build plate, sized it up, and I went ahead and printed it, and first try, it came out great. The neck part, that's a minor thing. I can go ahead and sand off some material there, and I'm going to be wearing cloth right here anyway, so it's not going to bother me as much, but I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with it. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will be back as soon as I can with another update on this build. I will be doing other videos like unboxing videos and printing videos and stuff like that. But for this particular build, like I said before, there's a lot of sanding, there's a lot of filling, there's a lot of painting that's involved. I will take you guys through that entire process, because I do need to choose a kind of gold that I want this to be. I have some ideas in mind, but I got to do some testing and making sure these are going to go on nice and make this thing look really, really good. So that's going to be a while, but I will document everything, and I will bring you the final video in part 4 of putting this thing not only together, but painting it. Actually, it's going to be a part 5, because I'm going to do address a video on how I'm putting this thing on. So please stick around. Thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't watched my last 2 videos where I built the helmet and the arms, or when I built the leg armor, go check that out. It's really fun, and I hope you guys do. So if you guys have any JDF videos, or sorry, not videos, if you have any JDF experience stories that you guys want to share with me, go ahead and put in the comment section. I'm here. I'll read everything, and if you guys are okay with it, I will read it in the next video. So without further ado, guys, thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, and I will see you guys next time on another video. Take care of yourselves. Adios.